This is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and this is 2021 Year in Review. I thought it would be a great idea. I thought it would be a good idea to kind of go back and reflect a little bit on 2021. It was kind of a crazy year, full of growth for us, and the business really transformed over the course of that year. We started off at the beginning of the year, and it was very much still technically a one-man show. I was doing pretty much everything. Kate was still helping me, of course, doing a lot of stuff for me and providing me a lot of support, but it was, this small one-person operation, and I was doing pretty much everything. And we're ending the year with 4 paid employees plus Kate plus me. The warehouse has changed so much, and so we're going to talk about all that stuff. So back in January, the first really big change happened. We hired Dylan, Mecha Minion #1, and that was a huge improvement for me because that meant I didn't have to pack all of our orders. Mondays and Fridays, he started packing orders for me, and that meant that the busy days for packing were freed up a little bit and meant I could get a little bit more done around here, which was great. That kind of flowed into some warehouse improvements late January into February. We see the big shelf down here. We got the wire cart that this is way later in the year, but all the shelves on this side didn't exist. If you go back to like the first weekly update of 2021, and this was still like just a pile of boxes behind me and a bunch of shelves towards the front, but they were the old shelves from the attic and things like that. So a lot has changed in that regard, and that's when that stuff started happening, changing and adding shelves. March, we transformed the website, getting a completely new website, new design, added the in-stock filters, a lot of other new features, tons of visual improvements, organizational improvements, and that was kind of a really big deal for me, bringing the website kind of into a more modern design and stuff like that. In April, we had our second anniversary, our big anniversary sale, and marks 2 years of Mecha Warehouse. Also was a month filled with some hilarious videos, I think. Hey everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood. Anyway. The gunpla are coming. The gunpla are coming. That's not historically accurate. Turn out. The gunpla are about. What? I'm on a horse. Moving on to May, though. May was another huge transition where we hired Orion, Mecha Minion #2, and Santana, our media person that does all the editing now, filming the vlogs and all that kind of stuff. And that was another huge kind of change, because now instead of just having somebody packing consistently Monday and Friday, I had help throughout the week with Orion for packing. He started helping with check-in not long after that, which also took a huge kind of burden off of me and means a lot less of the day-to-day stuff in the warehouse that I had to do, which means I had more time to work on other things, which was great. Having Santana around means I didn't have to edit the weekly update every week. It meant we could do a second video consistently, more social media stuff, and just in general, it was both of those, I think, were a huge step to where we are now. June had the beginning of our kind of scalper saga with the individual trying to buy, 27 master grade Dynames or whatever it was.
One more death save. One more. Come on, one more. Perfect.
You didn't say the magic word.
No! I hate this Mecha Warehouse crap.
And, a series of other scalper purchases and some policy changes that came after that. It also saw us putting up our first pre-order for a Zoid. So the most exciting thing about these pre-orders, I'd say like the #1 most requested item that I hear about. It's in tons of Q&As, tons of comments. Everybody asks all the time, hey Nick, can you get Zoids? And now the answer is yes. We've got 2 Zoids available for pre-order, a third going to be available probably next week maybe. The two that we will be getting in are the Rev Raptor, and more excitingly is the Blade Liger. And I think our first pre-orders on the website in general, we had been doing pre-orders purely on the Discord as a like Discord only thing. Basically, you email us to create a pre-order invoice, and then they went on the website, which I think was huge for us for business growth and just great for everybody because it was more convenient and made those pre-orders available to more people. July had a ton of visitors to the warehouse, people starting to come out. I guess the world's becoming a better place and not so much of a COVID risk, at least during the summer. And that meant we had visitors from various places. The first person ever asking me for a selfie, which was kind of weird, kind of interesting. It was super cool for me. This is the first time to my recollection that anyone has ever asked me for a selfie, which I guess I'm a big deal now. So that was kind of cool. August brought us the repaired contest and the beginning of that, which went all the way till November. One of our best contests. We had some amazing builds, huge prizes, some amazing stuff. You can obviously check out our videos about that. It also was our addition of gun primer to our product line. Talking about gun primer, we now have gun primer in stock, and this is the only one of the new product lines that I'll mention in this video, really, because it was big, because gun primer was exclusively distributed by one store in the US, one of our competitors. And when we first talked to them earlier in the year, they wanted us to go through that other store to stock their stuff, and I wasn't going to do it. And I don't know if we were the straw that broke the camel's back or what the deal was with that. I'll take credit for it, I guess, but I probably shouldn't. But to me, that was big, and it's been a really successful product line for us, and great thing for Mecha Warehouse in general. September was our builder showcase and open house, so our first big live in-person event, which I think went very well. We had a bunch of people show up, had the speed build contest, we had tons of great builds from local builders, and that was a ton of fun. October was our biggest month ever. So that was when we started offering our pre-orders. It was the first big set of pre-orders after adding pre-orders to the website. So MG Virtue, all the Battlelog stuff, ton of pre-orders up in October, and that really boosted our sales in October. A lot of stuff's been starting to come in, or has been coming in over the last month or so. But that was really exciting. It kind of set the bar for what our best month could be, and hopefully becomes like the average month or below average month in 2022. November brought us our fourth hire, Patrick, the customer experience specialist, who really, I think, was game changing for me, having somebody able to work on product listings, to deal with customer issues, and help with things in dents and all that kind of stuff, and really, as he comes into his own, is freeing up my time a lot, which means I can work on more content, building the business, and doing other really important things to make 2022 as successful as it could be. And also brought Santana on to full-time in November, which means, more content, taking a lot of the stuff that I was doing on that end off of my plate, scheduling ads and scheduling social media posts, and a lot of that stuff is now kind of on her plate, and again means I have more time to do the other stuff I need to do to make the business successful and grow, which is really the goal here. And then finally, December, we had all the holiday stuff, obviously. The Display hack we talked about recently, that was kind of an interesting little milestone where somebody tried to get in the middle and basically steal our payment to Display. Thankfully, we caught that and avoided that. And also the charity stream, which we do every year, I think a success overall. I'm still trying to raise funds for that. So if you're seeing this the day it was posted, at least on New Year's Eve, definitely take a look at that if you've got some money to donate. Really appreciate all those people, and I don't appreciate having to lose the beard for that cause, but whatever, it was a good cause. And so that was basically 2021. It was a great year, huge transformation. I think we about doubled in size from where we started to where we ended the year in terms of the financials and the business growth in general, number of sales, things like that. Team grew quite a bit, and it was an incredible year. So thank you to all of our customers, all of our staff, everybody who's participated in one way or another. It was great, really good year. Yeah, I'm super thankful for what became of Mecha Warehouse in 2021, and I'm super hopeful and excited. I think 2022 is going to be an amazing year because we're starting from this great place, and I think the growth and the new things that we do and add and expand are going to be amazing. So with that in mind, 2022, I've got three main goals, three main things that I think, predictions maybe, that I'm expecting in 2022. Number one will be expanding or moving to a new warehouse sometime in 2022. Our lease expires, I believe, in August. So it'll be 2 years since we've been in this space, which is kind of crazy that it's happened that fast. We are out of space probably about 7 times a day. I'm pretty sure the team can confirm that somebody around here approximately 7 times a day says we need more space. Probably 6.5 of those are me. We need a studio. We need more warehouse space to house more kits. We need space to house paints and tools from other lines that we want to carry. And we just need more of it. So with the lease expiring, we'll either be trying to snag a neighboring bay and expanding the space that way, or finding a new one and moving, which will be interesting to try to do. Number two, I expect that we're going to expand the team and probably add 1 to 3, although I didn't really expect to have 4 this year, so maybe we end up with 7 new people, who knows. But most likely we will need a buyer at some point. Kate's taken over those responsibilities as a lot of the product listing stuff has transitioned to Patrick. And I know she's somewhat overwhelmed with some of that. I'm doing most of the buying for kits and looking at new product lines now. But we really need somebody who can do that stuff full time at some point and take some of that burden off of her, and continue to take the burden off of me and really run with it and expand what we carry here. 2, we'll need some more help on the media side, a copywriter, analytics, scheduler, maybe we hire an intern. I'm not quite sure how we do that. If we try to find somebody that can fill multiple of those roles, maybe we get a couple part-time people, maybe we need another full-time person that happens to have a wide range of related skills. But that is definitely on the horizon, hopefully sometime in 2022. Maybe mid-year, maybe towards the end, maybe the beginning. It all depends on how things go and how business growth is doing. But we need that, and we probably finally will need more warehouse help. Orion's now working in the warehouse consistently 20 plus hours a week. Dylan is scheduled for about 12 a week, but often comes in for an extra day. And so they're both, the combination of the two is probably about a full-time person right now. And as more of these big pre-order shipments come in, and we have a whole day or more of just shipping pre-orders to get caught up on those, on top of a gradually increasing baseline of number of orders per day, I totally expect that before the end of the year we'll probably need either another part-time person, or taking somebody who's currently part-time to full-time and a part-time person. I'm not totally sure how that will play out, but we're going to be gradually needing more help in that department as the year progresses, is kind of my guess. And then finally, more product lines. There are probably like 7 different lines of paint, like 3 other lines of tools, more kits that we've got on order from some other manufacturers that we haven't put up as pre-orders yet, because those brands and those businesses, distributors, we don't have a track record with yet, and we didn't want to offer stuff for pre-order that we didn't know if we were actually going to receive or not, things like that. Maybe resin dress-up kits, all sorts of other stuff that we really want to start carrying, and obviously haven't yet. And I think all of that is going to start really coming into its own in 2022 as I get more time, as we find more space in the warehouse. You know, lots of good things coming. So I think that's basically it for 2021, 2022. It's been a good year. Looking forward to another good year. Thank you all for being a part of it. See you next year.